Tom from Synth Anatomy here in Berlin at the Superbooth 21. I'm here at the booth at PWM. Yes, there is a company called PWM.
It's true.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. My name is Paul Whittington, hence PW Paul Whittington Music. So this is my new company and this is my new product. Ta-da! Called the Malevolent.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So a bit of background from you. You are a new developer.
Yeah. So I've worked for several companies over the years. Evolution Electronics, Audio, then to Avid, then to Focusrite Innovation, many keyboards, many synths, and I just wanted to start up and do my own thing and work with people that I like, bring clever people together and create great products, great instruments. It's really important to me that everything we make is an instrument.
So you are an engineer, or do you have a team of engineers? So how?
I do, yeah. So during my career, I've been a product manager, project manager. Mm-hmm. I have an engineering background, engineering degree, but I work with engineers, cleverer people than me, much better than me.
Yeah.
To the best people to pull together products like this.
And your first product is called
Malevolent. So malevolent means kind of dark and evil and foreboding.
To be honest, because we talked just in the press room, you saw the synthesizers? No, that's the first time I saw it, and at the beginning I thought it would be a French synth.
Ah.
It could be also a bit of Malevolent.
I don't know how you would pronounce it in French. Sorry. But,
so it's a new British synthesizer.
It is very British. Oh yes.
And you have made a very portable modular synth.
Yes, that's right. So
it's not modular, it's semi-modular.
So it's interesting that, I know certain companies have used the term semi-modular. I don't find that very useful, particularly, because it is modular. There's a VCO, there's a VCO, there's envelope. However, it is on one PCB, so I guess that's where people make the distinction, right?
I think it's more that you can take out the modules and
sure.
them it's modular.
Sure.
The other thing are semi-modular.
Yeah, so if you want to call it semi-modular, that's fine. It is has interconnects so that it's kind of pre-patched, and then you can obviously break all that by plugging leads in, and then the modules kind of become individual then, even though they're in this one chassis.
And do you have, how long do you are working on this already? Is it a longer project or?
So the company started in 2018, so it's been a while, but this project has been running for sort of 2.5 years, something like that. There's been a lot of hard work put into this. Really proud of it.
And you partnered up with a good-known company from the Eurex scene, right?
That's right. So Future Sound Systems have done the analog design. This they have a product that's a kind of a startup synth project called the Brunswick, and it's based on that for the oscillator. But they've done much more development to make it even better. And then we and our team have taken it further and obviously turned it into something you can produce as EMC and all those many issues and powering stability. We've taken a lot of time over refining it to get it to be absolutely perfect.
Tom, for the future, unfortunately my recorder destroyed the instrument audio recording, so I cannot use it for this video. Sorry.
So I'll just take you through some basics if that's okay. So here we've got little buttons that you can turn on and off the wave shapes for each oscillator. So we just basically dial in a lot of the purists, they want to start with just the pure sound and hear it, so there it is. Double it up and add a second oscillator. You've got the beating between the two, which is nice, or indeed dial it up to you could add a triangle instead, which is quite beefy. It's all very real and very raw and very breathing and has its own character, There's with the square on top. And then of course filtering, beautifully smooth.
What kind of filter are you using here?
So it's a Salon key, 2-pole Salon key. Quite a simple filter, but we like that kind of raw effect, you know.
Are you using any known oscillator, or is this newly designed oscillator? Or?
It's an oscillator based on a 4046 core. So that old chip, but basically that special source is what Future Sound Systems bring to it. So for greater detail, you ask them. So then we can dial up the res. It's quite heavy as the res, but it's quite nice. Wah. And we've left all the kind of dark burbles in there. That kind of goes with the name, the Malevolent. So you will get loads of character out of this, and everything kind of interacts. And of course it will self-oscillate as well. So you got all the way up there, all the way down. Right down. Now you can't hear it at the trade show, but I hope the viewers at home can hear it when they have the playback. So that's there.
So you have more special features on the oscillator side. Do you have shapers or FM or?
Yeah, so we've got shape and shape modulation that you can use here. So you can use this with the LFO. Just simple stuff, and we can dial in with the FM. We can bring in the modulation there as well. So yeah, and then we've got extra stuff on the control side from the joystick. So it's very playable as an instrument, and a glide function.
So that we are already at keyboard.
Yeah.
Does it velocity or aftertouch?
It does have velocity. No aftertouch, but it does have velocity. To use the velocity, you can just dial it in. So say you wanted to use it on the filter. If we have like a little bit of, let's turn that down. So we're just using a bit of decay here on it. And then we can bring in this as well. So that allows you to. So now I'm using velocity to open and close the filter, which is really rather nice. And if you use that with the ARP, for example, the hold function, you can see how that works there.
Is there filter FM on board?
Yeah, so we are modulating the frequency, the frequency modulation using that. And then on the ARP we've got various different types of ARP, including random, increase the octave and stuff. So you've got loads of different stuff you can do with it using that.
Okay, and on the modulation side, you have how many envelopes and how many LFOs?
2 envelopes, one LFO, very simple.
And these are classic ADSRs or?
Yes, that's right. Yep, just tap the case and release. Yep.
Okay. And no effects, so it's
no,
something.
Nothing. Just pure. So you just take it. You can go out from here and come back in. You can mix in, so you can drop in here and use the aux if you want to do stuff like that. Master volume will affect the back, but that's a simple patch out, so that's not affected. So you can use it very pure, like a very pure modular, or you can.
So the pitch bend is done, I see, with a pitch bender. So not the mod wheels on it with the patch.
That's right. Yeah.
So roll on this here.
Yeah, well, Korg maybe, the Korg joystick. So yeah, you've got that, and you can also change the range. Just add to the range. But also, as I mentioned, the glide and also the vibrato. The vibrato is nice because we've got speed on it, so you can go left and right to increase and decrease the speed, which is quite good fun. And that's independent of the LFO because that's actually modulating the control voltage that's coming out of here. So
on the connection side, yeah, of course you have an output.
So here. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So here we have USB-C, which actually powers the keyboard as well. So
thank you for USB-C and not micro USB.
That's right. Yeah, it's a great connector. It's double-sided. It's easy to use. MIDI in and out. That's an analog clock in and out. And then you've got simple headphones and line out.
So the keyboard can you patch out the keyboard? So can you use with other modular gear, or is it fixed?
I'm not sure what you mean.
The keyboard, can you put it out as 1 volt per octave, or is it fixed?
Yes, sure. So it comes out here. So you've got pitch. So this point here is a converter from the keyboard that you're playing, or USB and MIDI, converts into 1 volt per octave. It's just that's patched directly into here. So these are the normalized paths on here. So that pitch is patched into their 1 volt per octave and their 1 volt per octave. But you can interrupt it and take that. So if you did that and patched it into some other gear, you're effectively using this as a MIDI to CV converter. So it's versatile.
So we get 2 oscillators, mixer, VCF, so envelopes, LFO. So very, very, let's say basic. Not basic, but traditional.
Yes, that's absolutely right. But it's the combination of all these things with the fact that it's in an inviting environment. You know, it's easy to use, easy to understand. Makes a great sound, you know,
and
really.
And you say to me it's portable, so you can power it with a battery.
Yeah, because it's USB bus powered, you can use a power bank. So it's really the first modular synth you can play at the beach.
And how about noise? Because USB is always a noise thing.
It can be, but we've done a lot of work to try and control that. So we've got the pitch very stable. We have thermistors in there in VCO 1 and 2 in order to make sure that the temperature components dealt with. We've got various tuning algorithms and stuff and set up at the factory to get that right. And the noise floor is really quite low for what it is, but obviously it is an analog synth. So it's going to have some noise, and that's kind of part of the character. You know, and it's up to you. If you power it off a power supply or off USB. If you've got a particularly noisy source, well, maybe you don't want to power it that way. But I tell you what, off a power bank, it's beautiful.
Great. So we have modular now for you for the beach.
Yeah.
And now the question that everybody is waiting.
You're going to ask me a really difficult question now.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is the price?
The price. So our retail price is 579 euros.
Okay.
But that is our manufacturer's suggested retail price. We hope that on the street it will be less. We hope that in the stores it will be less than that.
And when can we expect it in the stores in Europe and the US?
So we are able to announce here at the show that we have partnered with Hyperactive as our distribution partner in Germany and other territories. And so we're in pre-production at the moment, and we will move into mass production straight away after. And then the hesitance is only that the shipping is quite tricky these days. So we will have the order, we'll have the shipping, but we have to find a container and a ship to get it on. But we are ready to mass produce and have this.
So you think it's a bit of chance that it becomes available in Q4 this year?
No, we think it'll be ready before Christmas. We think you'll be able to buy it before Christmas. That will be our target to make sure.
Okay. And thank you, Paul.
I'm
very interested to hear it and check it out because it looks really cool. Especially it's so compact and it's semi-modular. You can patch it and it looks really cool. And it's very accessible. It's 579.
It's got a party piece too. Do you want to see the party piece? Hey.
Ah.
So these are magnetic, so you can customize it too. Make
It's
your
cool.
own. Make your own end caps.
Okay. Thanks, Paul.
Sure.
I wish you a good Superbooth 21 with your
Very
first
much.
product.
Thank you.
And I hope to see you again in our next Synth Anatomy video. See you on the channel. Bye.
Bye everyone.